Hey, what's going on YouTube? You guys have tuned into Crypto True Crime. On this channel, we tell true crime stories involving Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. If you enjoyed today's video or any of our videos, we would greatly appreciate it if you'd give us a thumbs up. It helps bring these videos out to more people. And if you enjoy this type of content, if you like true crime and cryptocurrency and you want to hear more stories like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And also ring the bell for notifications, frequent notifications to be notified of all our upcoming videos. Who is this creepy guy on the screen you're looking at? Well, this guy's name is Scott Quinn Burkett. He's a 24-year-old man from California, specifically Beverly Hills, and he was recently arrested in a murder-for-hire plot after spending over $13,000 in Bitcoin trying to get a woman killed. I was going to say his girlfriend, but she wasn't even his girlfriend. It was a woman he dated for a short period of time before she cut off the relationship. So that's what today's video is going to be about. We'll tell you a little bit more about this story. Before we get into that, let's thank the sponsor of today's video. The sponsor of today's video is Voyager Digital. Voyager, the cryptocurrency trading app. Whether you are new to crypto or a seasoned veteran, I think you guys are going to like this platform. In my opinion, it's easier to use than Coinbase. They also have more coins than Coinbase. There's over 60 different cryptocurrencies you can trade, and of those 60 cryptocurrencies, there are over 30 cryptocurrencies that you can stake or lend to them for interest. Polkadot, at the time of making this video, is paying 12% interest, USDC 9%, ADA or Cardano 5.25%. So they're paying some of the highest interest rates out there, and on more cryptocurrencies than Coinbase and most other platforms are doing. And I have a special offer down below in the description box below. If you sign up using that link, and that is an affiliate link, full disclosure, you will get $25 worth of free Bitcoin, and for referring you, I will also get $25 worth of free Bitcoin as well. So take advantage of that offer. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about this story before we kind of get into the specifics and read this article. So this 24-year-old man from Beverly Hills, California, his name is Scott Quinn Burkett. And he was arrested back on May 21st of 2021. So here's kind of how the story goes. He met a young woman. Her details have been kept private, but, around his age, met a young woman, started dating her. They weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. They only dated for a short period of time, a couple weeks. After beginning to get intimate, she eventually broke off the relationship because she said he was becoming, quote unquote, sexually aggressive. Well, Burkett didn't want to take no for an answer. He didn't want to let this woman out of his life, so he apparently, kept showing up at her job, texting her, contacting her, emailing her, calling her. Eventually, her family members became concerned, and they actually reached out to his father to try to get him to intervene. They said, hey, could you have Scott, leave her alone? He's being a little bit aggressive. This is getting a little bit creepy. It's getting out of hand. Could you have a talk to him? So Scott's dad allegedly emailed back her family and said, it's been taken care of. You won't hear anything more about this. Well, they eventually did hear more about it, and it was after the FBI arrested Scott for attempting to hire a hitman for $13,000. A lot of these hitman plots involving cryptocurrency or darknet websites where people go to hire hitmen, they all tend to kind of unfold the same way. So people like Scott stumble upon these websites. Most of these websites are scams, right? They're just scamming people out of their cryptocurrency. They pay a bunch of money to allegedly hire a hitman, and probably best case scenario for these people, they wind up getting their money stolen and never hear anything back about it, and their hits are never carried out. Worst case scenario, and what winds up happening with a lot of these, is not only do the fraudsters wind up stealing the people's money, but they also typically wind up turning over their information either to the FBI or local authorities. So not only are they scammed, but they're also given up, ratted out, and arrested. And that's exactly kind of how this story with Scott Quinn Burkett wound up going. So let's kind of get into the specifics here. California man allegedly blew over $13,000 in cryptocurrency to hire a hitman to kill his ex-girlfriend after she dumped him. And at the time that he hired the hitman, they didn't specifically address how many bitcoins this was, but at the time that he wound up hiring this hitman, Bitcoin was trading at around $43,000. Today, Bitcoin's trading at about $62,000, so he would have been much better off just moving on with his life and holding or hodling that Bitcoin. Scott Quinn Burkett, a 24-year-old man from Beverly Hills, was arrested on May 21st and is facing a murder-for-hire charge after wiring Bitcoin to the quote-unquote contract killer. However, that contract killer turned out to be an FBI agent. Burkett had struck up the relationship with a woman online he met last year before they met up in October in Los Angeles, according to police, but that relationship quickly ended after he became, what she quote-unquote said, sexually aggressive. She tried to end the short-term romance after the trip, but Burkett continued to contact the young woman. In April, one of her relatives, who was concerned about the 24-year-old's persistence, contacted his father to ask him to intervene and leave her alone, prosecutors said. According to the criminal complaint, Scott's father wrote back, "Consider this matter closed." Apparently he had a talk with Scott, but Scott's fixation with his ex-lover continued. The bitter Scott Quinn Burkett then reportedly began to search for murder-for-hire services on the dark web, and he wound up finding an FBI sting. "I'd like it to look like an accident, but robbery gone wrong may be better, so long as she's dead," is what he was quoted as saying. He also said, "I'd like for her phone to be retrieved and destroyed irreparably in the process." He supposedly sent over Bitcoin payments amounting to over $13,000. And this article says of the untraceable cryptocurrency that he sent over a month period. Obviously, Bitcoin is not untraceable. It's very traceable. That's how blockchains and ledgers work. Bitcoin is not anonymous. It's pseudo-anonymous. So nobody necessarily knows who owns a wallet, but Bitcoin is most certainly traceable. The hitman scam group, so apparently he initially reached out to a hitman scam group, I'm guessing either on Telegram or some website on the dark web. They contacted an unnamed media outlet that provided the information to the FBI, documenting the discussions and transactions, and this is according to the New York Post. The information was provided was specific about the identity and location of victim number one, as well as social media accounts, names, email, and a distinctive tattoo on victim number one, prosecutors said in a statement. An undercover FBI agent then met with Burkett after contacting him on WhatsApp, so it sounds like they wound up meeting up in person, according to the affidavit, before discussing the setup of the murder scene. Burkett even allegedly requested a photo of the woman's tattoo to provide proof of her death. The agent asked for an additional $1,000 to carry out the killing, which Burkett transferred via Western Union the following day. So not only is Bitcoin traceable, but he also used fiat. He used Western Union, which, you can use fake identification. There are some ways to kind of remain anonymous with Western Union, but Western Union is, kind of more of a traditional payment processing system. Maybe $1,000 and under, they don't ask for information, or you just have to give a name. But all around pretty stupid on Scott's part. Authorities arrested the Beverly Hills man for the Bitcoin murder plot last week. He faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted of the murder-for-hire count. Burkett was due to make his first court appearance on Tuesday. It follows a recent rise in crypto crime that sparked an investigation into Russia over assassins accepting Bitcoin and the like as payment for committing crimes. Bitcoin can go through tens of thousands of transactions before it ends up in the hands of the hitman themselves, as cryptocurrencies can be laundered through many different e-wallets. I think they're actually talking about Bitcoin mixers here. The anonymity that comes with Bitcoin trading means it's a popular way to pay for illegal activities. This includes drug transactions as well as paid for murder. Now, again, like we said, Bitcoin isn't anonymous, and even when Bitcoin goes through crypto mixers, if the government wants to get you enough, there are forensic crypto analysis companies who can typically track either the fiat to whoever received it at the end, if somebody winds up cashing out Bitcoin, or to the initial Bitcoin or cryptocurrency purchase. But good thing this guy was caught. If you guys have any further details or have any comments on this story, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. As always, we'll put the link to this article as well as all the resources and everything down in the description box below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, today's story, do me a favor, hit that like button down below and hit that subscribe button as well if you would like more crypto true crime stories. We're going to cut this one off here, and we'll catch you on the next video.